What's up, people? This is Omar, and you're listening to Jazz Hop with Dan Blake and same large from time. Okay. All right, good.
Amazing, amazing. So right now we're gonna get right into it. So I'm here on the Jazz Hop podcast with one of the greatest soul music talents to come out of the UK. A voice smooth, gifted, and distinctive. One of his music gems and hits include There Is Nothing Like This, a classic tune, and he's collaborated with some of the greatest musicians in the world, including Stevie Wonder, the legendary Guru, and Ty. Back with his ninth studio album, Brighter the Days. Welcome, Omar. How you doing,
Thank you.
sir?
Very good. Thank you.
So why the title Brighter the Days?
Well, when I was writing the album, it was during the sorry about the traffic. When I was writing the album, it was during the pandemic, and it was so dark during them times. Very depressing. We couldn't see our loved ones. We couldn't mingle. We couldn't do our gigs. We couldn't perform like we usually do. And I asked one of my friends, Vanessa Simon, who I've worked with a long time, to write the lyrics for a bunch of tunes for me. And when she wrote the lyric "Brighter the Days," I was just like, "Yeah, that's me. That's exactly what I'm trying to explain here." Because it doesn't matter how dark things were going to be for us, we're going to get through this. I mean, it's going to be a better time. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, Brighter the Days just spoke volumes to me.
It's a great answer there. And we can go anywhere. Tell us about the track featuring gigs,
With gigs.
summary, feel, vibrant energy. How did that collaboration come together? I really enjoyed that record.
Thank you. Gigs reached out to me on DMs on Instagram. He said, "Yeah, unks," because that's how old I am now. I'm an uncle, and he said, "Yeah, let's do something." I was like, "Yeah, of course." And one day I took, excuse me, you can edit that bit out. My brother came with us, and he was playing me some of his beats. Because if you hear any tunes that sound like hip hop or Jay Dilla in my tunes, that's my brother, Scratch Professor. And we came across that beat, which is very Latin, very bossa nova. And then when Gigs did his thing on top, it was just like, yeah, that's the tune. That's the one that we're supposed to be like. That dude is so special. I mean, I know he's called the landlord, but I think he should be called more like hold on, what's it? Uh, Gatsby, the Gatsby. You know when he did the Gigsmas as well,
Yeah.
and how I saw him flexing like that. I was so impressed with the brother. Just amazing. So I'm just happy to have him on the album.
And the record with the legendary Indie Irie,
Mm,
Love is Like. Tell us
mm.
about this wonderful sounding record. It's got a great hook space. Love the vocal collaboration between you and Indie on the record.
Well, yeah, I've known India for almost 30 years as well. We've been trying to get something together on a track. And then I started this tune with Stuart Zender, my good friend Stuart Zender, who used to play bass for Jamiroquai. Got the beat down, got the melodies down, and then I was like, maybe we need somebody else on this track. I asked her if she was up for it, and yeah, she came and did. She did the thing, So it was amazing that we finally managed to do it. And by the way, we got more tunes as well that we've been working on for years that you need to hear, which will be out soon.
Wicked, yeah. And I was along the riverbank just listening to the album, really taking it in and enjoying. There's another record that spiritually hit me, which was Holding On to Life.
Mm,
The beautiful instrumentation on the song, great jazz vibes as well. Let
mm.
us know the inspiration behind that record.
Well, I was trying to do like a remix of a song that I wrote back in '94 called Little Boy. That I was just working on that. And then Legacy just hit me up out of the blue, DM, just like Gigs, and said, have you got a tune for us? I was like, have I? And then when I thought about it, I think I could write a brand new song over the beat that we did. And my goodness, yeah, she certainly delivered. So I was so happy about that.
And talking about so everybody, it's jazz hop. We all need to purchase Brighter the Days, the album is out there in the world right now. Please
Mm,
enjoy it, take it in. So many great records. We just talked about a few of them, but there's so many great records on it. Great
mm,
album. Really loving the energy on that one. And
mm.
just talking jazz, what does jazz mean to you?
Um, Jazz means freedom. You know, I was playing in jazz quartets from when I was about 13, 14 years old, and it's just about being able to express yourself musically. So you're not set to a certain pattern. You know, me coming up through the game, like my first single I released when I was 16, and I remember at that time it was all about trying to please the DJs on Radio One or Capital Radio, and you have to have your music sound a certain way, which I've never been about that. I've just been about me expressing myself and hopefully people would get it. And yeah, it was just something different. And as soon as she sang on it, it was just amazing. And she also reminded me that I was gigging in the US about 20 years ago, and she supported me. Can you imagine this? Legacy's supporting Omar, and that was just something different. But I was just so happy that she took the time and blessed the track.
Now, give me two songs where jazz and hip hop combined um, have made like jazz hop and kind of jazz energy where the tracks have been sampled, hip hop and jazz vibes. Just tell me, give me two tracks with that kind of energy that are legendary to you and mean a lot to you.
Of my tracks.
Yeah, for a choice for my show, Jazz Hop podcast. Any tracks, any tracks.
um, you have to check out a song from my last previous album, Love and Beats. It's called This Way, That Way. And that beat is from my brother, Scratch Professor. He's just amazing at these beats. You know, also, if you listen to 1, 2, 3, 4 on this album, which features Jay, the Damager, you can hear the jazz and the hip hop in it as well. You know, there's Jay Dilla was a big influence for everybody. You know, so I was blessed that we could put that into the album.
And I also want two picks of tracks that have been just legendary tracks apart from yours that are just out there, jazz and hip hop, where it's combined, that are
Oh,
classics
why
as
would
well.
you do that to me?
I have to. We need to play it on the show. I gotta do it.
Okay, so jazz and hip hop. I would say that Jeff Lorber. Jeff Lorber was a big influence for me back in the day, and that's the thing. I'll have to come back to you with that. You'll have to cut this out, and I will tell you what the track is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was listening to that from when I was like 12, 13 years old. My cousin Brian Henry plays keys. He plays keys for Soul to Soul and various people like this. It was him that introduced me to Jeff Lorber, and I was just like, wow, this is something amazing. Also, Level 42, Level 42. Any track off the album, the early tapes, you got it right there.
Legendary stuff there. Thank you for that. And you made the classic record. There's nothing like this from your self-titled album. Take us back to how that record was recorded and the feeling when you made that song, please.
So, how I came across this tune, I've been releasing songs. I've been releasing songs for 40 years now. Um, and this was on my dad's label, Conga Dance, but his label was primarily reggae. His band was called Jalayan. I had two. Sorry, one sec.
That's all right.
Um, I got two younger brothers. They were in a band called Burning Bush, very much like Musical Youth, where all the kids play and they sing together. But then my dad was like, he needs somebody that plays soul music, and I was like, hello, that's me totally. So anyway, I'm going through my dad's record collection, and I come across this band called the Ohio Players, and an album called Heaven Must Be Like This. Sorry, it's called Skin Tight. And then the song that I heard was called Heaven Must Be Like This. At that time, there was only acid house, hip hop had just started, so it was all sequencers, synthesizers, all like electronic stuff. But that song was totally organic. It's bass, drums, keys, guitar, whole orchestra. And I was like, why is nobody doing this? So then I set about trying to create something that was kind of like that. If you listen to that song, you'll hear my song.
And what is your recording process? I would like to know.
Um, well, I can't tell you everything because there might be
Yeah, of course,
children
you can give them a little something.
watching. But once I get a vibe, a seedling of whether it be the bass line, the drum beat, the chords, the vocal harmonies, I start from there. It's always the music first and then the lyrics afterwards. You know what I mean? But it's always got, my music is a mixture of funk, jazz, Latin, soul, classical as well. Because I was the principal percussionist of the Kent Youth Orchestra. So I've been used to strings and that, the whole organic vibe.
Yeah.
Uh, if I hear that, then I'm totally on it.
Wow, legendary stuff, man. Thank you for giving us a little taster into your world. Um, a word of advice and wisdom for up and coming musicians.
Well, it's a whole different lifestyle to when I was growing up because we were focusing on trying to get onto Radio One or TV and stuff like that. Now the internet has opened it completely up, so everybody can make any music that they want, which is great. But at the same time, you have to stand out from the crowd. So people have to think about what is it that's going to make them sound different to everybody else, and make them pop. That's the thing you have to think about. And also, you just have to be realistic about this game. If how much you're going to do. If is it going to be part time? Is it going to be full time? What you're going to be expecting out of it? All these things, because there's so many talented people out there right now. It's amazing.